Good afternoon, everyone. Can you all hear me okay? Okay, great. Wow, it's a big crowd. How many of you live in co-ops? Just curious. And how many live in condos? I guess it's all the others. Okay. It's, let's say about half and half. So it's good to know. My name is Lenny Ross, and I wanted to talk to you about some of the highlights from United. Some of the things that we're working on that we consider to be our biggest priorities. There's going to be, the city is mandating us to get new electrical panels for a lot of our residents in United. This is a requirement because a lot of the electrical panels we have are very old. They need to be replaced. So it's very expensive, but we found a contractor. There were 3 contractors bidding. All of them had done work for us before. And one of the contractors that we selected was about half the price of the other 2. So we selected them, and they're going to be starting in about 3 or 4 months from now. And we hope to complete that within about a year. So that's going to start. That's a big program for us, and that's part of our budgets. As you know, our infrastructure is getting older, and our pipes are getting older, along with the infrastructure. A lot of you, I'm sure, have pipe issues with your manners. So we're looking into a company that can do smaller sewage pipes in our internal pipes. And they're about 2-inch pipes. And up until now, we haven't found anybody, but we think we have a company that can do them. So now we have a company that can do all of the internal and the external sewage pipes. And we're just trying to negotiate, to get the best price. And we're going to be increasing our budget reserves to so that we can take care of more of your pipes every year for the next several years. Because that's got to be one of their biggest priorities. Is we always hear about people with pipe backups, sewage backups. It's a nasty problem, and it's got to be taken care of. But it's at a cost. So we're trying to drive down the cost, but we're trying to increase the amount of the availability of that being done over the next few years. Another area that we're looking into, along with third, is the possibility of adding solar panels onto our carports. And not all of our carports, just some of them. And we're looking at several companies. One is JCI, which some of you heard about. Another company is called Sun Power. And we're looking at a third company as well. It's going to be very expensive, but the opportunity for us is that if we're successful, we're now United is paying around $450,000 a year for common area electricity. And if we are successful with the solar panels, we may be able to reduce that to about $200,000 to pay to Southern California Edison. The savings of about $250,000 a year could pay off the loan over the next 10 years to pay off the project. So within 10 years, we would have paid off the project and still be saving money for common area electricity. This is area in our laundromats, electricity in our laundromats, and electricity in the parking areas. So that's a third project. Another thing that we've been spending a lot of time in, I don't know if all of you or some of you were at our town hall on March 31st, but we talked about subleasing. It's a big area, it's a big issue for us, but basically the long and the short of it is that if you have subleased your unit in the past, you can continue to sublease your unit in the future. The only qualifiers are what was passed about 3 years ago in our community when we rescinded the 6-month restriction on leasing. So as say co-ops, the same as condos, you can now lease your property for up to a year. It used to be in the co-ops that you could only lease them for up to 6 months. So that's a big change. But basically, you're going to see in the newspaper and on TV6, we're going to be printing out questions and answers to those questions that were brought up at our town hall meeting. There was about 20 questions that we didn't have a chance to get back to our residents. So now we'll be getting that information out to the residents. And the last thing I'd like to mention is that we are moving forward with budgets for 2017. Our community has an operating budget of around $100 million a year, and we're working very hard with staff to come up with a good, sound budget. And those meetings are open to all your members. So if you'd like to attend some of them, we welcome you. And I think it's a good opportunity because at these meetings, we decide service levels. How many units to paint, how many pipes to plumb, and all of these issues are decided at the level of the budget meetings that we have, and all of you are welcome to attend. So that's basically all I have. I just wanted the other thing is that we are having elections soon, and we would like to welcome any people who would like to get on one of our boards, our board or third board, or we welcome you to run. And it's been fun for me. I've enjoyed it so far. It's a lot of work, but I've enjoyed it for the most part. So with that, I'm going to pass it on and have someone else speak. So thank you very much, everyone.